Good morning. I am Architect Shirish Morey, Assistant Professor at SBPCOAD. Welcomes you all for the interactive webinar series second video. As our college is starting with the admission process, today we have Architect Shirish Morey Professor at our institute who would be guiding us about the admission procedure.
Hello everyone, I am Architect Shirish Morey and I am a professor at SBPCOAD College of Architecture and Design. Today I will be guiding you regarding the entire admission process for BArch or Bachelor of Architecture, and also the importance of NATA test, which is the most important eligibility criteria for taking admission in architectural institutes.
So sir, first we would like to know what is the process for applying for the BArch first year admissions.
It is a centralized process of admissions, and students who are willing to take admissions in architecture, they have to first go to the PCET cell website, where they have to register themselves as a candidate by registering their mobile number. After registration of the mobile number, they will get a login and password, where they will be getting all the notifications regarding the entire admission process. Then the candidates have to go through the online form filling process. This they can do at their home, as well as there are some facilitation centers which are at all architectural colleges, most of the architectural colleges, which guide students to fill the form, where they also have to upload the documents which are needed for the admission process. Then there is a processing fee for the registration, which is to be filled online, and after filling the form and the uploading the documents, the candidate has to check whether all the documents which are needed for the admission process as per the requirement, as per the candidature of the candidate are okay, because once the documents are uploaded, they cannot be removed or replaced. So now once the form filling is done, it is very important for the student to check whether the uploaded documents are relevant or correct or not, because once they have filled the documents, they cannot be replaced again. Then for the benefit or as a safer side, students should take a printout of the verified document with him or her, just for his convenience. Then after filling the form, a provisional merit list is declared on the PCET cell website, which is also conveyed by the CET cell to the candidate as on the registered mobile number. And if there are some grievances from some students, like some documents are wrongly uploaded or not correct, at that time a time period is given by CET cell to replace those documents. I think it is of 1 or 2 days, and after that the final merit list of the candidate is declared. Now, after declaration of the final merit list, the student have to select the options of the institute. Now, here the student have to act very smartly. I would recommend that the student should check the cutoffs of the colleges which they are interested, and apply for those colleges with respect to whatever the student's merit score is. Like if the merit score of his or her category is 120 for last year for his her preferred college, and now the student has got say 123 or 124 merit score, so they can assume that they may get admission to this college. So accordingly they have to put the preferences of the colleges, and as per the CET cell, there are a candidate can put 300 options or whatever the colleges are, or names of the colleges are available in their website, and no changes can be made after the confirmation of the option. So the options which the students put in the option filling, it has to be selected very carefully. There are college codes given in that, they have to select the college codes correctly, and then after giving the option, the student can take a printout of it for his or her convenience, because when the colleges are allotted, the student should know which college they have got, either of the first preference or of the second preference. Now after all this process, a provisional allotment list is declared for the admission process. Then of the respective cap round, say it will be for the first cap round. Now, if the candidate, as per the merit score of the candidate or as per the candidature of the candidate, because there are various categories in which the students apply. So, as per the candidature, as per the merit score, and the list is declared by the CET cell. And if the candidate is confirming the option allotted to him or her at the first place, then they have to report to the admission reporting center and do the further process of confirming his or her admission, because unless and until you go to the admission reporting center, your admissions are not confirmed. So after getting that, if you have opted for the whatever option is allotted to you, you have to go to the ARC center or admission reporting center, get your admission confirmed and report to the allotted institute for further formalities.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for guiding us about the form filling session. I would like to ask that now once the form filling is done, what is the entire procedure of the cap rounds? How many cap rounds are there for the entire admission process?
Now there are actually 3 cap rounds. So in the first cap round, whatever student select the options of the institutes, not necessary sometimes that they get the college which is at the first place. Round, after doing all this procedure, after the declaration of the merit, what you can say, allotment list of cap round 1, if the student have opted or got the allotment of the institute which was in his or her first preference, then they may confirm it, or it is auto confirmed. Okay, and in that case the student has to take the admission at the institute. Now if the institute, this is for the first round I am saying, then if the student is allotted with the second option or third option, then they can think over it, they can go for betterment in the second round. Now in the second round there are students who have not been allotted the institute, students who are going for the betterment, and what you can say, one who have not got the preferred options. So these students can participate in the second and third round. Now after going for betterment in the second round, if you get the option, then you can directly finalize it and do the formalities of admission process. But in third round, you don't have any choice, because after third round there is no round. So you have to take the or what you can say, whatever institute is allotted to you in the third round, you have to take admission in that institute, because there are no further rounds. So these are the 3 rounds or the stepwise rounds in which you can take the admission.
So now we have been informed about the form filling session, we have been informed about the cap rounds. Sir, like we have CET exam for engineering, are there any entrance exam for the architecture course?
Oh yes, there is a NATA test. NATA means National Aptitude Test in Architecture, and the students who have done their 10+2 or 10+3 or 11th standard student also can appear for NATA exams. Nowadays there are NATA centers which are allotted to various architectural institutes in all over the country, and they are having a proper setup there, and the test is conducted in hybrid mode. Like one paper is physically students appear for that, and one is online. So total there are 200 marks for both the papers. Out of these, the student should minimum score 70 marks, that is 35%. Total there are 3 attempts a student can appear. Of course there is a processing fee for all this. Students can visit the NATA website and they can get the information about it, all the procedures and about the marks and all. Student can appear for 3 attempts, and best of the 3 attempts will be his or her NATA score. Now other than NATA, students should clear the 10+2 exams with physics, chemistry and maths as compulsory subjects, and the student should score 50% in PCM or physics, chemistry, maths, and 50% minimum marks should be scored by the students in his or her aggregate. Now other than 10+2, there is another option, that is 10+3 or diploma, wherein students should have maths as a compulsory subject, and there also they should have 50% aggregate marks. So these are the eligibility criteria to take admissions in architecture.
Sir, so now that we know about the eligibility criteria for the NATA exams. Is that eligibility criteria applicable for all over India, for the other states as well, or is it just for Maharashtra state? And what about the other states that want to apply for the admissions in Maharashtra? What are the other candidature types?
There are various candidature as for in Maharashtra, like the student who are from Maharashtra state, they can take admissions. So it is called as the Maharashtra state candidate. Student other than Maharashtra state, they can also apply, they comes under the category of all India candidates. Then there are other candidatures like minority candidate or NRI candidate or foreign students or persons with Indian origin or overseas Indian citizen or overseas Indian citizens and so on. So these are the candidates under which the students can take the admissions.
Now we know about the candidature types that can take admission in our college. I would like to ask, what about the Maharashtrian state candidate? What are the reservation categories under which a candidate can take admission?
Actually, of the entire allotment, almost 50% reservations are there. So basic reservations are the students who comes in the category of SC, ST, that is scheduled tribe, then special backward class, and OBC, then nomadic tribes. These are some basic categories under which the student can apply for the admissions. And they have to produce the related documents. Now, we will not go into much details, but this information is provided on the CETCL website. The students can visit the website and there they will come to know about the, or while form filling, if you put the candidate or category, the required documents will be asked to you. So there also you can get the information. Now these are the basic categories, caste categories under which you take the students can take the admissions. Of course, by producing the relevant documents for that category. Other than these reservations, there are other reservations such as son or daughter of defense personnel, then person with disability, then economically weaker section students, then orphans, and females candidature is also there. So these are some categories under which a student can take the admissions.
Sir, as we have previously talked about the merit score in our very first question, so what is merit score and how is the merit score of the candidate calculated? Like what are the factors that are considered while preparing the merit score?
So as we all know that we have to appear for the NATA exams, we have to qualify the NATA exams, and you have whatever the best score will be, like if you are giving 3 attempts or 2 attempts, the best score will be your NATA score. Now there is a NATA score and your aggregate marks are there for 10 plus 2 or whichever the equivalent exam is, 10 plus 3 or 10 plus 2. Now 50% marks of NATA score, whatever the student gets, and 50% marks of the aggregate score of 10 plus 2 or 10 plus 3 or any equivalent exam, these are considered. And based on that, the merit score of the candidate is calculated. Now, if there is a possibility that 2 students are getting same marks or merit score, so in that case, how they will put the better one first? So in that case, there are some considerations like if there is a tie, then out of 2 students, if one student is having higher marks in NATA, he will be given higher merit, or higher percentage in SSC board or 10 standard maths, or higher percentage of aggregate in SSC. So these are some considerations which are there if there is a tie in students' merit score.
So up till now, sir has informed us about the form filling procedure for the admissions, eligibility criteria, merit score considerations. So sir, I had an inquiry, like how is the allocation of seats done under the cap round for various institutes?
Now you can consider our institute. Now you know that our institute is affiliated to Pune University. So in our case, out of the say we are having a 120 intake for students each year. So let's consider it as 100%. So out of 100%, 65% candidates are from the state of Maharashtra. Now out of the 65%, 45.5% are for the home university, like for the Pune region or under Pune University, and remaining 19.5% are from other than Pune University. So if I am a student and I am from some say Aurangabad or Akola, then I come under the category of other than home university. Okay, so for that 19.5% is there, and say I am from Nasik, which comes under Pune University. So I will be considered as a home university candidate, which comes under the percentage of 45.5. Now this is 65% for Maharashtra state candidates. Other than that, there are All India seats, which is 15%, and the remaining 20% is the institute quota.
So can you brief us about the institute quota? Like what is institute?
The institute quota is the admissions which are say 20% of the total admissions, which are done by the institute. Okay, so as per the intake, the percentage wise, there is some number of students who are admitted to the institute through this quota. But they have to fulfill all the CAP formalities. They have to qualify the NATA. They should be eligible to get admissions to architecture colleges.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an informative session on the admission procedure in architecture. I hope we have done our best to clarify common doubts.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity also. It feels good to guide all the aspirants. And still for any queries, you are always welcome to our institute, and hopefully we can further guide you on this process. Thank you.